Tonight on EA Sports, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Jacoby Brissett and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play. On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Brissett sets to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Malik Reed there to bring him down. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Play action. It's Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase.
Let's get that
touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
7 yards to pick up there. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 2nd and 12, Brissett. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Ali Marpet, the guard, caught there. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Brissett. Looking downfield for Godwin. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Brissett. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw, Brissett. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard. Ninth touchdown of the season, and the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing, and I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett, and he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they try the right side here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left. Clock. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a handoff looking right. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They go play action with Brissett. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. 147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Short throw underneath to Hurst. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a handoff as they run left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Bengals look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss because that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Brissett. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Throwing. Brissett. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And now here's a carry heading left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a handoff as they run left side.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, nice move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Brissett on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
gun. Here's Brissett. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here's Brissett. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Brissett again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet... So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Boy, 199 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory. riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. A time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play fake, Brissett. He's going to let it fly. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Play action now, Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, they make NFL history with this, their 17th win without a loss. A perfect 17-0 on the regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they will indeed limp to the